Listen, most of us are not failing or we are not where we want to be. It's not because we are lazy. A lot of us are failing because we think too small. Listen, if your dreams and your goals feel comfortable, then you're probably thinking way too small. And we all know playing small will keep you in survival mode. Survival mode to me is like the number one reason why people fail. Because survival mode keeps you playing small. It keeps you thinking small. When you constantly have to figure out and juggle all the bills, you got to figure out the kids, you have to figure out literally everything on top of motherhood and all this other stuff. Listen, your brain literally goes into the mode of, let me just get through this. Like, how am I going to get through this today? Not really thinking about like, how can I change my future? And listen, I don't know if you know it or realize it or not, but that kind of thinking keeps you chasing paychecks. Or it always have you thinking like, when I'm not busy or when this time come. I just did a video about not waiting for the perfect time. Like, you cannot wait for the perfect time. There is no perfect time. Listen, survival mode will always find a reason to hold you back. Trust me, believe me, you will always be stuck if you are in survival mode constantly. So like for me, once I decided that I was done playing in the little league, I wanted to be up in the big league with the big dogs. Okay, once I decided that for sure, the very first thing I started paying attention to was going to my job, driving. So I work a 9 to 5. My commute is about an hour and 15 minutes with traffic. I have to pick up my daughter from school, drop her off at school, pick her back up, deal with my kids. I'm a single mom, so it was always go to work, go back home, cook dinner, do laundry, the same old stuff every single day. And I will be frustrated every single day because I'm like, this cannot be life. Like, I want more out of life. But then I kept thinking, if I don't go to my job, I'm not gonna have a paycheck, right? I'm always chasing that paycheck. I'm constantly doing the same thing over and over and over again because I need to have that paycheck because these bills don't stop, right? You know, Monday through Friday, this is the same thing. And then when Saturday, it's like, well, okay, well, when the weekend come, I'm gonna do X, Y, Z. But when the weekend come, you ain't got no energy for nothing. When the weekend come, little do you know, you catching up on all the stuff you couldn't do during the week. So by Sunday night, you frustrated all over again because you know Monday finna come and you know you finna have to do it all over again. I had to shake myself out of that and say, you know what? It may not be easy, but my dreams is too big to ignore them. My dreams is too big to continue chasing this same old life. And this life that I live right now is never going to get me there. So what is it that I need to do to change it? Listen, you're going to be tired. You're going to be like, okay, well, I've been up since this time and I'm tired, blah, 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 blah. But guess what? Nothing's ever going to change if you don't change something. So after I would get off work, I would start to pick and choose the things that I would do. I realized I cannot do everything every day. And I needed to make room for the things that would create the type of future I wanted. I started the business. I started writing a book, which I'm almost done with. Technically, I'm done writing the book. It's off at the editor right now. But I started doing things. I started giving up that extra few 30 minutes here and there where I didn't have anything planned for real. I started investing in my future, and that's what you have to do. Listen, survival mode feels like a safety net. It feels safe. It's the safest place to be. Okay, I got this amount. I need to pay this. I'm good. But survival mode is actually a cage when you really think about it. You don't do anything extra. You can't get out of your way to plan anything, to spend any extra money to invest in anything new. You don't invest your time learning anything. You don't really do anything to get you out of the cage. That's what survival mode will do to you, and that's what happens when you think and play small. And that leads me into my next point, which is fear disguises itself as realism. Let me explain what I mean. How many times have you said to yourself, I can't afford that, or I don't have time for that, or that's just not for me? We call it realistic, but it's really fear, like whispering to us for real. Like, I'll give you the example, like a lot of people with like YouTube, a lot of people don't start YouTube channels because they like, oh, it's too many people on YouTube, it's too crowded, it's too saturated, or they don't launch a book, or they just don't do nothing because they feel like it's so many people already doing it. Like DoorDash, for instance, it's too many people, it's too saturated, blah, blah, blah. I can't start doing that because it's too much going on with it already. Or you just feel like it's too big for you to accomplish. Like when I first thought about writing a book, I'm like, I don't know the first thing about writing a book. So it took me years to start writing a book because I let the fear of, oh, I don't know, won't nobody listen to me, whatever the case, I let that stop me because it felt bigger than what I was able to accomplish. But I had to learn the only difference between me and the person who was already in the saturated field, the only difference between us two is that they actually started and I was just thinking about it. Listen, take it from me, you do not have to see the whole staircase to get started. You just step up one step, just one. Once you get on that step, you figure out how to get to the next step. You just keep stepping. You do not have to have it all figured out all at one time. This is something that I had to tell myself with my YouTube channel, with my business. I technically have two businesses. One is on pause right now, but with my businesses, with my book, my coaching, like so much of this stuff, I'm like, I have no idea how to do any of this stuff. You start one small step at a time. And when you get to a point where you really don't know, guess we live in a world right now where information is literally at our fingertips. You just go and figure it out. Download ChatGPT, I'll tell you, and ChatGPT will tell you everything you need to know, okay? Listen, I'm telling you, a lot of times we think we're being realistic. It's actually us being scary. I firmly believe that God planted dreams in us on purpose. He gave us big dreams on purpose. Why do you think you had that dream? Why do you think you had that dream? You had that dream because you are capable of accomplishing it. You got to get out of your own way and understand, if I thought it, I can do it. That's how everybody do things. Think about it. All the successful people, they are successful. The ones, I'm not talking about the ones born with a silver spoon. I'm not talking about those. All the people that work to build something, I'm sure they had fears. I'm sure they were scared. I'm sure they didn't know what to do. I'm sure, but it all started with a thought in their head. It all started with a single thought. And they had to push through that fear and that ignorance, that push through all of those what ifs. Like they had to get through that to accomplish that. Just sit back and think about it. Everything worth having is not easy. It's hard to do. Like just making 6 figures in a year is not easy. But do you know how many people doing that? Do you know how many people had no idea that they could do that and actually did it? Do you know how many millionaires it is out there that was just like, I just got to keep going. I got to keep going, and landed there on that million? Do you know that? Like, do you ever stop and think about it? Listen, what I learned, that if your vision don't stretch you, it will never grow you. You will never grow. Like, you won't grow. You will stay stagnant. You will stay in this little small thing your whole life. In order to grow, you have to do new things. You have to stretch to new lengths. Excuse my dog barking, okay? Listen, shrinking yourself down does not make your life easier. Can you imagine you wake up, you do the same thing every single day. At the end of the day, you tired, you exhausted, you wish you had something different to do, or you had more money, you had a different job, you had other things to do with your time. Like, you just keep wishing that every single day of your life. Like, is that not painful? Is it not painful to look at your bank account in a negative week after week after week after week? Is that not painful? I feel like it's more painful for me to stay stagnant and stay in a situation I don't want to be in than to try my hardest to change it. I just refuse to be miserable because I refuse to stretch. I'm telling y'all, when I first thought about that book, I had no idea. I'm just like, that's too much. I don't know the first thing about writing no book. I just know about words. Ain't nobody ever gonna read it. Don't nobody want it. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody know who I am. I had all of these negative things in my head that was stopping me from doing something that was planted in my mind. It was planted in my mind because it was something I was supposed to do. And one day I just said, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst the worst that can happen is that nobody read it. But guess what? I did something that was in my mind and that was big enough for me. Listen, I just really believe God did not give me these ideas in my mind to be coaching women, to have this business, to be a full-time entrepreneur, to really be a full present mother for my kids. He did not give me that vision if that wasn't something that he knew I could do. He knew that I was the person to inspire these women. So who am I to tell myself, to talk myself out of that? Who am I to say, no, you're not? Guess what? God gave it to me. If he gave it to me, I could do it. I'll remind you, when I first started my business, the very first event I did, actually my cousin wrote a book, and it was his book signing, and he invited me to be a vendor at his event. And I kid you not, it may be on my other channel, I literally cried all night long. I did not sleep. In my mind, it was like everything was going wrong. Everything's going wrong. Nobody's going to buy this. What if this goes wrong? What if this goes wrong? Do you know? Because I stepped out on faith, like, you know what? I'm just going to go. Whatever happens, happens. I expected the absolute worst. And guess what? I sold out of literally everything. My new fear became, oh God, I'm about to run out. In the middle of it, not even in the middle, this was 3 hours. In 3 hours, I literally sold out. I sold out. And when I went home, my mind was blown for weeks, because here I am sitting here doubting myself. Here I am sitting here worrying about the negative and focusing on the negative when the absolute best outcome happened to me. That was like 2 years ago. To this day, I still have these people calling me, asking me for candles. I still have people looking forward to releases. I still have people asking me about about my products and buying them from me. Still to this day, you will never know unless you start. Like I said, I started my candle business in my kitchen on my stove. I had no idea what I was doing, but now I have something that people are demanding from me. Just start. What I need for you to do today is just go get a pen and paper and write this down. If my dream doesn't scare me, it's not big enough. Pick one area of your life where you've been thinking too small, whether it's your finances, whether it's your job, whether it's your hobbies, your businesses, whether you want to go to work, getting a new job, whatever the case. Pick one of those areas where you've been thinking too small and make that dream real. Think bigger, think better, think higher. Like you could do it. If you've been dreaming of getting out of survival mode, you need to focus on thriving. Don't focus on being in survival mode. Don't focus on what you need to do to stay afloat today. Think about your tomorrow and do what you need to do for tomorrow. Drop a comment down below and let me know what thinking bigger looks like for you. Thinking bigger for me looks like right now getting my book published and out, getting my coaching business really going. In a couple weeks, I'm going to listen. This program finna hit the flow. I'm going to be introducing a whole lot of stuff to y'all because I'm ready to run with everything God put in my mind. I am a coach. I inspire. I motivate. I do literally everything. I build. I cook. I create. I do all kind of things. So I know that I can lend myself and my services to somebody. Okay. I am done playing small. I want you to put it down in the comments because sometimes we need somebody to hold us accountable. And sometimes all it takes is for you to put it out there, for you to start thinking, okay, I put this out there, now I got to do it. Maybe that's what you need to do. Write it down in the comments. That way it's out there and your mind knows, okay, I put it out there. I don't want to seem like no liar to nobody. So I got to start making steps. You don't have to accomplish this thing tomorrow. You just have to take a step, a baby step. That's all you got to do. Listen, like I said, I'm a firm believer. We were not created to just scrape by. We were not created to dim our light, to just get by day by day. No, that's not what we were created for. And honestly, thinking small is not protecting you at all. Thinking small is really delaying your freedom, if you ask me. Go bigger, go bolder. Trust God. Trust that the things that you want to do, you can do. You can. Trust me, everything that you need along the way, you will have it. Either you go out and get it yourself, God will send somebody to give it to you, whatever you need. Trust me. To this day, everything that I set out to accomplish, I have accomplished. Get that in your head. Another example, my house. Actually, my car too. My house. I was thinking I can't get no house. I'm 32 years old. Ain't nobody gonna give me no house. I don't even have money for a down payment. I don't have none of this stuff. Do you know that in about 2.5 months, I literally closed on a house that I never even thought I could afford. I never even thought that I could own a house. I didn't think it. And guess what? I didn't pay no closing costs. Nothing. God had my back 100%, guided me directly over here to this house. And this was for me. Listen, I thought about something. I started taking baby steps. I started asking questions. Okay, well, let me try this. Let me try that. And it landed me a house. I've been in my house almost 7 years now. Okay. Same thing with my car. My credit was terrible. I'm like, they're not giving me no car off no lot. But I do. Went to that lot and got a car. I gave them a down payment of $1,000. That's all. You could do it. You never know. And now I'm believing God for bigger than that because y'all know I need to get another car. But I'm not getting another car just something to get by. Absolutely not. I'm getting what I want. Okay. So I'm going to leave you with that today. Go do something bigger, better. You are better and bolder than what you think you are. Go ahead and start today. It's okay. You can do it.